Welcome to the IntWiz Highcast.
No.
Welcome to the HighWiz Intcast.
No. Try again, please.
Welcome to the IntWizcast.
Still not better. No.
I cast whiz.
What does that one even mean? Can you just read what I wrote, please?
Joke's on you. I cannot read, dipshit.
Then how have you been doing these lines?
Welcome to the High Int Low Wiz podcast, where the smartest people you know are the dumbest people you've ever met.
Good enough. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the High Int Low Wiz podcast, where we are all a little thick of brain and dumb of ass. I am Nick Davis, they, them, the dipshit in charge. With me, as always, are my subordinate dipshits. Can we go around and introduce ourselves, please?
Hi, I'm Alice, she, her. I play Lorelei Nix, the Bunny Folk Slayer, and I resent the implication that I am your subordinate.
Only in this case.
Oh, okay. Yeah, rude.
I'm Mike, he, him. I'm playing Taku, the Gator-born shaman, and I am okay being the power behind Nick's throne.
Appreciated.
Hey, I'm Dean Howe, he, him. I play Rosmo Kilcarian, the turn-cloaked dwarf, and I'm just happy to be here. And a pleasant person to work with. Please take my resume. I'm looking for a job.
Hi, I'm Onna, pronouns they, them. I play Daphne, the fawn arsonist, and I resemble being called a dipshit.
I'm Benny Arndt. I play Iimish Hornygold, the 1/4 leprechaun barbarian. And I don't think you can subordinate without knowing how to coordinate, so I just don't think I'm capable.
You are all fair and valid and seen. All right, intros out of the way, let's get into a little bit of recap. Last session, our characters with brand new character sheets, classes, and builds boarded a commuter transport from the port district of Glittershade, headed into Gladehaven. I asked for 2 encounter checks from the party, just a 6-sided die with no modifier, to determine what fun events were going to happen along the way. The numbers came back as a 4, which has been resolved as an assassination attempt on your current employer, Marianne, and a 1, which we've yet to resolve. You all thwarted the attempt on her life, with Rosmo using the ever-hilarious headshot expertise skill to render one of the assassins unconscious, and you summarily executed the remaining 3.
I have no memory of this. My understanding of the event is that we cleverly used some illusions to mislead the assassins and ended the conflict peacefully and without any combat whatsoever.
No one died. Everything was fine.
Sure, that's a way to remember it.
I definitely didn't turn anyone to ash at all.
No, you've never done that, not once.
Well, and Dean showed us that PCs can bleed.
Dean did show that, yes. You stand on the deck of your transport, Rosmo glamored still to look exactly like Marianne, the corpses of 3 intensely dead assassins on the deck as well. Before we move on and resolve the second encounter, that one on the die, what are you guys doing?
Can I get de-glamored now?
No.
That's permanent, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, do we really want to get deglamored, though?
Yes. I didn't consent to this.
You're gonna have to talk to Taku about that one.
But you look so good, Rosmo. You look so welcoming. You look so, friendly. This would be really, a good opportunity for you to practice, friend making without the disadvantage of, being you.
I'm not sure your math adds up there. Anyways, I'm gonna go find Taku now.
I'm a brilliant mathematician. I resent that.
You represent being a bad mathematician is what you actually do. How many teeth do you have again?
Oh.
I've never been so offended.
It's okay, Lorelei. Maybe he'll remember this, remember what it feels like to not be avoided for just his face. You know.
My beautiful teeth. Why did you have to remind me?
I mean, you jumped down on a metal chain or whatever. I don't think that was your best move in the world.
It was gonna look so cool. It would have been.
It was a dagger.
It would have been so cool. My teeth.
It would have been dope as shit.
Iimish has collected some of the pieces of your teeth and is just holding them up to you in cupped hands,
I think you're making it worse.
Before I they're right here. I've got them.
And Lorelei's just inconsolable. Thank you, Iimish. At least I can count on you.
Hey, Daphne, you want to sweep up that mess you made?
No, that's decoration. That's there on purpose.
That is not decoration. That is a pile of ash.
Yes, it is. It's ambiance. It's free dark glitter, okay?
Wow.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang at it again.
Marianne is still standing at the
boat front.
The bow?
the bow. Thank you. Wow, that was hard for me to come up with. Don't know why. She's still standing there having her Titanic moment. So you guys do what you're gonna do.
When Iimish holds up the handful of teeth, Daphne was gonna light a finger on fire, but we could try to put them back in place.
No, I'm sure that Gladehaven has a dentist. We just need to find a competent dentist. It'll be okay. But Lorelei takes the fragments of her teeth and just holds them to her chest, and is just, I'm gonna need a moment with them.
I was gonna say, can I search the pockets of the bodies?
Sure, yeah.
The ones that are still corporeal?
Yeah.
The bodies that still have bodies.
And I guess we should probably secure the guy who was knocked out. I don't know.
I mean, and if you're thinking about it, that pile of ash is your fault. You were the one that got yourself stabbed, and I was helping you. Okay.
Are you victim blaming? Are you victim blaming right now?
I don't know if you can call yourself a victim, Rosmo.
I was forcibly turned into somebody I am not, and then I was stabbed repeatedly for it.
You did throw burritos in people's faces.
I don't know what your definition of a victim is, but I think I'm checking some boxes right now.
You did knock a man unconscious with a burrito.
I'm also the only one who didn't murder somebody.
Yeah.
That's character growth right there.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Iimish is actually going to acknowledge this point, but not verbally. So it's just kind of like,
That one finger in the air pointing towards Rosmo, acknowledging him.
Terrible. The worst person you know made a good point.
Yeah, always the worst. So rolling the bodies real quick, you find between the 3 corporeal bodies, you find a total of 15 coin, 2 daggers, and a javelin.
All right, I found 10 coin. You want to split that, or I'll just take it?
That's 2 coin each, baby.
Yeah, we should probably be splitting that. And while you were rolling the corpses, Iimish was going around and collecting his grandmother's steel plates and cleaning them up and putting them back in his...
Also, making sure I'm setting a clear expectation for Lorelei. You are heading to the fantasy equivalent of Florida and like the shitty parts of Florida. So finding a dentist might be a bit of a challenge.
I don't know. I can't think of a better market for an aspiring dentist to set up shop.
Okay.
Like, it'll be
I
fine.
feel like finding a good dentist is going to be challenging, but finding someone who claims to be a dentist is probably going to be really easy.
Just for clarity, Rosmo kept referring to like past tense. He was Marianne, but like he is still Marianne.
That's what I'm saying. That's like my step 2. No.
Just for ongoing safety, given the current like series of things, I think it's best to leave Marianne disguised and Rosmo disguised as Marianne. Like
Sounds
that's
good.
just
Makes sense to me.
That tracks.
yeah.
That tracks.
At least until we're off the boat and through customs on the other end, right?
Yeah, it won't be weird that there's 2 Mariannes on going through customs.
Marianne is disguised.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We did protect her. See, we're doing such a good job, y'all.
Yeah, we're really good at this.
We're really fucking good at this.
Still getting that 50 coin bonus so far.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you have 1 unconscious attempted assassin, 3 dead ones. What are you doing with the 2 corpses and the ashes? Are you just leaving them for someone else to deal with, or? A hand sign of not my problem from Onna. Okay. I see how this one's gonna play. Okay.
It's like the opposite of having a child on accident. Like, I didn't mean to make these bodies, so I feel like I don't have to take care of them.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I guess the salient point is the one living assassin, the one who got burritoed. What are you guys doing with him?
We should bring him to Taku. He's good at interrogating.
It's true. I did have a horrible thought of like, we should clean up the bodies and just set them to the side for when he wakes up so that he knows, like...
Oh, you want to play a fun little prank where you put the knife in his hat with the blood on it? And right next to the bodies? And he thinks he did it?
That is not where I was going, but I'm so into this. On brand.
My brain went a different place.
I was going to interrogate the guy for information, but okay.
I just figured if we had them in sight when he woke up so he realized the danger he was in. But I like your idea better.
Yeah, we could full on like Weekend at Bernie's them and then pretend like Taku could eat them. Think about it, Taku, think about it. So this guy wakes up, right? And he sees you like holding one of the other ones and just shaking it and demanding questions, right? And it doesn't give you any answers. So you just bite its head off.
Now, remind me how these people died. Obviously, we're the good guys, so it's not our fault. But I'm a little vague on what happened between the time y'all ran around the corner and now.
Well, it's simple. You see, you turned me into our client without my consent, and then they started stabbing me like instantly.
Yeah. But that's why you're here. Why are they dead?
At that point, it was self-defense. Well, I knocked one guy out. And then the other 3 spontaneously died to the hilarious actions of our compatriots.
For the good of all of our relationships, I'm just going to call this an accident of the weather, and we'll roll forward.
Yeah, the weather. The weather.
I am hungry, though. You say there's a monkey burrito here?
Tears still, wet on her face. Lorelei will scoop up the bodies and bring them to the bow. Definitely is selling the fiction that this was just a tragic accident to Taku. So his conscience may remain unburdened yet. So I'll bring the corpses and set them down.
And the very unconscious man as well.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure this is a monkey burrito and not just a guy you've tied up? Because it feels like it might just be a guy you've tied up.
Okay. So unless you guys are going to do something specific with this, I'm going to move on and resolve that one.
We'll just keep them corralled, up at the bow.
Are other people reacting to these corpses at all? Do we seem okay?
They've mostly just gotten out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah, they saw you guys get attacked by dudes with knives, and you defended yourselves. You didn't do anything untoward.
Yeah, Iimish says, that's right, nothing to see here.
Move it along.
Excessive force is pretty normal in this neighborhood/ferry,
This is normal.
All good.
Shade to Gladehaven, assassins get murdered on every other crossing.
There's a stabbing on every other
bad neighborhood is bad neighborhood.
Yeah. It's the question of which is the worst neighborhood, quite honestly. Okay, Mike, it was you and Benny who rolled those encounter die, wasn't it?
Yes.
That sounds right, yes.
Do you recall which of you rolled the 1 and which rolled the 6? I don't remember. It's been a little bit.
I'm pretty sure I rolled the 1 and Benny rolled the 6.
All right. So, I will say that as the 5 of you gather towards the bow of the boat, near your client, between the bodies, you find a single kind of silvery blue coin sitting on the deck of the boat. It is bigger than the standard currency coin. But it
Iimish will
is...
immediately pick it up.
Of course you will.
Is it very oversized? When Iimish picks it up, is he holding it up with both hands?
Is it bigger than its head?
It's a couple inches across. Like I said, it's bigger than the size of a standard currency coin. It's like 2 silver dollars together, basically. And on it, there is a head. Iimish, you would recognize it as being a hag's head. And on the backside, there is a skull.
Oh.
In the water. Neither of those seem fun.
Wait, are you gonna pull it out of Iimish's hands and throw it in the water?
No. That's a me thing. Daphne would just be,
Iimish, roll plus int if you would.
Hold on, let me grab my int die. That's 11. That's
11
10 plus 1.
You recognize this. This is a Fey device. This is a D2. This is a 2-sided die.
ooh, you get a hag or you get a skeleton. Ooh.
If you are rolling dice, you can use a D2 instead.
Oh.
And you can do it once per day. But if you roll the hag's head, you get a full success. If you roll the skull, you get a full failure. There is no middling with it.
So wait, this is a magic device that I can use once a day on any roll, including things that I'm say...
Any roll of your choice.
So you say it's a D2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 1 and a 2. So can Iimish reroll a 1?
Not in this case. No, that was only on damage die.
This is so fucking cool. With this, I could be charismatic.
So the D2 gives you a 12 or a 1.
I'm just so excited that Iimish was the first to pick it up, and so now he has a lucky coin.
Perfect.
Because it feels like a leprechaun
Now,
without a lucky coin is just something was wrong. There was a piece of Iimish missing.
Absolutely.
And now he's holding it in his hand.
Now here's the two catches of it. One, it is a semi-cursed item.
Whoa. Tell me all the good stuff, and then, and now here's what could go horribly wrong.
It's yours forever. I wouldn't have been able to take it from you.
Now here's the other thing. Periodically, it will make the choice for you.
Well, that's why you don't pick up shit off the ground. Yeah.
Period of that periodically. Like, is it
once
once per day? Once per blue moon? Once per year?
Once per DM's discretion.
That's the one.
I don't think that's periodic. That does not match that.
It will not be. It will not be in instrumental moments. It will be moments that I think will be funny.
The coin has a sense of dramatic irony, is what you're telling me?
I mean, I like this. I'm still excited about it.
Now, if you can find the hag that cursed this coin, you can have the curse removed.
Why is this hag just leaving cursed coins on the ground? Does this fall out of her handbag on her way to Hagtown?
That's kind of what hags.
It could be that one of the assassins had it, and it's a cursed item, so it just found a new owner.
The new owner has touched the beacon. I get it.
It's like the One Ring, it just needs to find somebody.
So, a semi-cursed item resolves the one roll on the encounter chart. The boat is you are able to see the skyland of Gladehaven off in the distance now. As you are approaching, Iimish, you remember this place. This is where you entered the material plane.
Oh shit.
Taku, you remember this place as well. This is where you're from. As you guys are approaching, you can see the jungles and the swamps of the island itself. Think like the more wild parts of Florida, mangroves and like crocodiles and every shitty wildlife stereotype of Florida you could possibly think of. You can also see the tops of huts built into tall trees. You can see small villages. You can see fishing towns as you're approaching. But the boat is pulling into the dock at this point. There is a small guard contingent at the dock itself waiting to board and clear the boat. Are you guys doing anything to prepare for that?
Glamour me now. We gotta go through customs like this.
I think you should stay as Rosmo Ann for the moment.
No, thank you.
The unconscious gentleman, assassin, Iimish is going to basically hog-tie him, like all four limbs tied together, and find like a good-sized stick somewhere about, and just turn him into a hobo bundle and carry him over his shoulder.
A bindle?
Yes, a bindle.
Amazing.
You're gonna wrap him up in anything? Like any canvas so he looks more like a bundle, or are we doing this?
Oh, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I wasn't trying to be secretive about it so much as just be able to carry him easily. I'm a little short and I don't want to drag him. That's a good plan, canvas.
If you're like 2 feet tall, if you're less than 2 feet tall though, and he's a whole ass person, I imagine you're...
No, he's definitely being dragged on the ground, yeah.
Yeah, you're dragging him anyway, so you're just dragging him over your shoulder.
No, that's the long stick. Yeah, no, long
with the
long
weight
stick.
of him.
So carrying him like a
A
flag?
long stick relative to you.
It's the scene in Return of the Jedi where they have Luke and Han strung up on the stick and 2 people are carrying it.
Yeah, but there's no second person.
So they are fully on the ground.
Yeah, you are fully dragging his ass. I love that.
But over your shoulder.
But I really tried.
Is this like a "this belongs to me now, so I'm taking it with me" type situation, or what are you? Are you turning him into the guards? What's your plan here?
I mean, I figured we were gonna question.
Yes, that still doesn't answer my question.
Well, like, we don't want to question him on the boat. We want to find somewhere maybe a little more secluded. That secondary location.
Yeah, always take your unconscious people to a secondary location. That's what the cops say.
It's what we've been doing so far, and it's been extremely successful.
Yeah.
Lorelei makes an excellent point. There's been a lot of taking unconscious people to secondary locations, and in almost every single instance, it's worked out in our favor. Like, we would not be here today with the jobs we have and the long trail of successes we have behind us were it not for taking unconscious people to secondary locations.
Right. Like, why would we change?
You're
at
2
this
for 2
point?
so far. That is a fair and valid point.
Remember John Humanman? He was an unconscious person we took to a secondary location, and he basically got us all the way through the rest of the casino with flying colors. Like,
That is 100%
He made a
accurate.
good friend.
He literally just told us that the big gaudy door was what we were looking for, and it was the only one we already hadn't been in.
Yeah, he still
So,
don't see how that contradicts anything Mike said. That's
Do you not like Jonathan?
Donald.
Yeah.
get his name
Yeah,
right.
sorry,
I'm
human
not the
names
one
all
messing
sound the
his
same
name
to me.
up.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
well, and Donald Humanman is a very common name on top of it, so it's
Yeah, it's it's the John Smith of.
It's probably not even his real name. Doesn't matter.
No, I think we'll take him through customs, and then we'll get situated, and maybe get a little snack, or then Lorelei pauses and stares off into the middle distance.
But-
All of her favorite snacks require
Oh, you want to get something crunchy?
tears welling up in her eyes again. Like, we need to get to an information booth of some sort so I can track down a dentist. We'll just bring him along with us. Maybe get his teeth checked out too. That way.
Well, you'll have to deal with it because we're still technically on an escort duty.
Let's do this first.
Okay.
So the boat pulls into the dock, following the magic current between Glittershade and Gladehaven. It comes to a safe and full stop.
Toot toot. We've arrived at your destination. Collect your belongings and get off my boat. What? No, it is my boat. Get off.
And the guests on board the boat disembark. As soon as the guests clear off, all of the passengers, the guards and the cleaning crew come on to check the boat over, do the security inspection. They're definitely going to find a pile of corpses.
We left a note.
You left a note?
Tried to kill us, so we killed him back. My bad.
Did you just take a dagger and stick it to one of their chests?
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes.
do that, but
I think Rosmo puts the dagger with the note stabbed into the deck beside.
we're already dead. So at that point, what's the difference?
I think one of us corrects this on the way out, stabbing it through the chest of whichever
I mean,
body
if you're
is
gonna
on
loosely
top.
say one of us, I will say distinctly Iimish. Then, he's got no problem. That's not a person anymore. That's
He
an
was
empty shell.
just covered in so much blood.
He's really leaning into this supervillain energy now.
He's trying to be a hero, but he's just not any fucking good at it. And there's been
You guys had such an easy out by just throwing the corpses over the edge of the boat into the fucking lake 100 miles below. No.
Witnesses, right?
Oh, yeah.
Had
That
to
was
leave
an
them on the
option.
deck. Oh no, that moment has passed. You guys had the option and you did not do it.
Well, Iimish thought of that, but he couldn't do that because that's not responsible.
Weren't there just witnesses anyways?
We can't pollute the lake with these fucking shitbags, okay?
That's true. Ecosystem is fragile down there, and we are, if nothing, environmentalists.
Oh no,
lake deserves
that
better.
lake is so full of corpses. You have no idea. So many Skyland corpses in that lake. It smells down there.
That's why no one
Oh
goes
my
down there.
god.
Nick, you gotta understand that, Iimish doesn't think he did anything wrong, so there's no need to cover it up. Hence the note.
Sure.
This is
Oh Christ.
this is
Reasonable.
perfectly legit.
well,
stuff.
and also we're actually we're pretty much here, right? We're
Yeah.
so they're not wrong. There are just bodies all over the place in these waters because it's a well-known fact that gators hide their food.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then we don't want people to accidentally eat these shitbags either, so we help the gatorborn. Perfect.
I mean, you could just toss them over. Nature will resolve this in very short order. Nature, per what you've told me, is what killed them. Nature should be what deals with them. It's a circle of life.
So wait, so did Taku kick them over the side then?
I'm saying we should.
Okay.
It's too late.
Yeah. You had the opportunity for that, and that, like I said, that train has sailed.
Train is sailed.
The dock.
I mean, but like, if we just pulled up into Fantasy Florida, we cannot be the only people littering over the side of the boat, even if it is currently docked.
Right. Just because it's not reaching the lands below and it's just littering the actual dock.
You're trying to throw the
that's fine.
corpses onto the dock now. Is that what you're
There's
saying?
probably a designated corpse, littering zone.
A corpse depositing
Once
zone?
they hit the dock, it's suicide. Like, there's no way they can prove that they didn't just jump headfirst off of this thing.
Yeah, this is a normal thing that we have done, and it's not at all,
okay, but
immoral.
Anna, the look on
I'm
your
just
face right
imagining
now.
like throwing a pile of ash onto the dock. They did that themselves.
I don't think anybody could reasonably look at a pile of ash and think to themselves, yeah, that used to be a mortal person. So you're probably fine with that one.
It's the ash isn't an issue. It's the two corpses that are going to be a
Why
problem.
don't we just glamour those into something else?
Upon hearing Taku's extremely good plan, Lorelei is a woman of action. She's just going to start grabbing them by the scruff and tossing them over into the designated corpse litter zone. So there's 1, 2, it's 3 corpses?
2 corpses, 1 body,
Well, we
1
got the
pile of
body.
ash.
Is there an established corpse dumpster?
Absolutely, it's Gladehaven, it's Florida. This is normal.
Well, she's tossing the bodies headfirst over the end, because who doesn't arrive here and immediately regret their choices and jump headfirst over the side of the ferry, right? Like, every trip this probably happens at least 2 or 3 times. Meanwhile, Iimish and I will weekend at Bernie's, the unconscious guy off just walk right off the ferry with him. Yeah, Iimish chicken legs, I'll hold him.
Oh no, he's bindled. That's the Bindle Buddy.
We'll keep him tied up. That's a fashion statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not an unconscious man. It's a Bindle Buddy. It's official.
Taku is just using his will to lift up the bindled man so that Iimish can it's for Iimish's ego. Yep, you sure did bindle this man successfully, and you definitely weren't just dragging him behind you. Good job, friend.
Just the weight bending the stick so the body is hitting the floor anyways.
Yes,
Big
we
stick.
disembark confidently.
All right. So what I need from the 2 who are going to try and sell the Bindle Buddy idea, one of you can roll parlay, one of you can roll aid on. So you're both rolling plus charisma.
So the two in the
but
party
we're
with the
gonna see
worst
how this
charisma are rolling
goes.
charisma. Good, I see nothing wrong here.
Yes. Yeah, no, this is great. This is by design.
Failure is just an opportunity to get XP and level up, so
Are you bad at charisma too, Taku?
With those pearly whites, everybody loves Taku.
Well, I've come around a little bit in since we swapped systems, but it's still not my top thing.
Oh shit, I don't have any charisma dice. That's also a problem.
Specific dice.
You do have a
I know,
D2.
I was thinking about that.
don't be a coward.
I did excellently by my standards, and I got a 9.
I got a nat 10 again. Double 5s.
So, who is taking point and who is aiding on this?
Who's aiding and who's abetting?
I don't even want to roll this well. Like, I was hoping something bad was gonna happen.
Well, then let's do that. Iimish did an excellent job of aiding me, and in that way we put at least the lower of the 2 rolls at the forefront of the encounter.
Either way, it's going to be a full success on it. What happens in terms of this weekend at Bernieing, the way it happens is you kind of throw the guy, so his bound arms are around your shoulder, and you're trying to walk him off the boat, and Iimish is down between his feet, just picking his feet up and walking him, because Iimish is a sum total of 1'9",
Yes.
we determine. So you are just down low on the ground, completely invisible, just making this dude's feet go tip, 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 tip as he is walking off the boat. It looks like he has just had one too many to drink, and he's just leaning on his good Gatorborn buddy for assistance. In terms of corpse disposal, Lorelei, are you trying to do this discreetly, or are you just throwing these men headlong off the boat?
I'm just grabbing them by the scruff and throwing them over head first, casually, very confidently. I wish I had a clipboard. That would really sell this.
No, it wouldn't.
Give me defy danger with dexterity. We're going to equate this to a stealth check.
I'm really good at dex, y'all. Oh, that's a 10. 5 and a 3 and plus 2.
You are grabbing these men by the scruff of the neck and throwing them over the edge of the boat, directly into the dock area. They aren't landing next to people, conveniently.
Yeah.
And due to that excellent dex check, you guys are in the clear for the moment.
We're gonna learn nothing from this adventure too.
Oh, because like the muddy water here like doesn't really splash so much as just like slurp as you feed corpses into it, so it's really quiet.
There is a splat noise and then a squelch noise as the bodies start sinking into the mud.
The bog has reclaimed another body.
All is well. The bog has been fed. Disaster will not be visited upon Gladehaven this day.
We're helping.
All right. You guys are safely off the boat into the dock district of Gladehaven. It's like the port district in Glitter Shade, but shittier.
It all smells vaguely of rotten fish.
And it is humid as fuck where you guys are.
God, this sucks.
My little bunny tail is 3 sizes larger with all the humidity. My ears are dripping.
This is the first time in months my scales haven't felt a little dry and itchy. I am really enjoying this. I am for the first time in a while back in my natural habitat.
Marianne's hair as she's walking off the boat is visibly curling and puffing up.
Daphne is just kind of like a slug. Already very warm, much too damp. I think this is the one time somebody can touch her and not be burned, because I think she's too wet to be hot in that way.
She's sizzling, huh?
For clarity, is Marianne's hair curling and puffing up on Rosmo, or is it the disguised Marianne's hair that is curling and puffing up?
That already?
I just need to know how proud I should be of my illusion capabilities.
I'm gonna let the author of the illusion decide in this case. The actual Marianne's hair is puffing up, but you decide whether Ros Marianne's hair is puffing up.
Yeah, I notice it starting to come out of the hood of her illusionary disguise, and I immediately adjust the hood to make it a little wider, but then make the same adjustments over on Rosmo, because attention to detail is really key to all of the complex plans that we are constantly executing with precision and expertise.
Nope. You realize I still sound like a dwarf, right?
I can't tell the difference. That's, yeah.
Marianne, once you guys are off the boat and out of the crush of people trying to get off of the boat, turns and looks at the 5 of you and she just says, well, at least we made it to the Skyland without too much trouble. From here on out, it's about a 2.5 day walk to Creekside. So, I mean, you guys did the real hard part, as it seems. None of those nasty fellas touched me, and you've got that guy on a stick, so...
I didn't know that was a hard part.
Well, presumably that should be. Getting from Skyland to Skyland should be the harder part, but I don't know. I've been around a little bit. It's not usually that hard moving around this Skyland.
Fair enough. And Iimish, dealing with the heat, is going to just strip down to just his kilt and ghillie brogues.
Hey, what do you want to do with the guy who's not a corpse yet?
You asking me?
Well, I don't know if you want to know anything about where he come from, or unless you already know who's trying to kill you, then it doesn't matter.
God, did you recognize these people?
I mean, a lot of people are trying to kill me.
I didn't know if you wanted specifically who this time, or unless they're taking a pool to hire assassins.
Doesn't really matter to me. If you guys want to know, you feel
I
free.
really don't care.
How many people are trying to kill you?
A lot.
Define a lot.
That's not our business.
Well, no, it is our business. We're attempting to keep Marianne safe.
Your job doesn't change.
I think
She's not particularly concerned about who might be trying to kill her. She has just indicated, are already through the hardest part of the journey thus far, and we're off the ferry. All of these things are true, right?
Yep.
So, given the area that we know ourselves to be in, anywhere near the docks, are there those, the fish hooks where people hang their prize fishes to get the pictures taken next to them? There's got to be...
Absolutely, yeah.
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 I say we just wait until there's a lull in the crowd and it doesn't seem like anybody's paying attention, and we just hang our Bindle
You're
Buddy.
gonna Dead by Daylight this guy.
No. I am not saying we inflict further physical harm upon him, but he's all bindled up, so we just hook the ropes over one of those hooks and we walk away.
Got it. Okay.
Man, you went to a dark place there.
I mean, that's a good idea, but it feels It feels like if you do that, I mean, just the way he's arranged right now, it's going to be hard for some of the locals to not use him as a piñata.
That is a local issue. That no longer is our problem.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if he gets pinata. That's not a problem for me.
I mean, we did knock him unconscious with at least the intention of learning something from him, and I think that's still a good idea. So first things first, secondary location, have our little interrogation party. Then we, pop him up for, like free piñata for the kids. And then we find a dentist before we go on the rest of our adventure.
I say we do all of it, right? So we find the fishhook, we hang him up. The fishhook is definitionally a second location. And so once we've got him hanging from the fishhook by his ropes, we'll just splash a little, swamp water in his face until he wakes up.
I can just heal him. I can revive him if you need me to.
I don't think that's necessary.
We did a lot of work to knock him out.
I threw a burrito at him. It wasn't
That
hard.
was a good throw, though, Rosmo. That was real nice.
Yeah.
That was actually really impressive.
Thank you. It's good to feel appreciated by somebody around here.
Iimish just
while we wait for the swamp water to awaken the assassin, I might ponder the likelihood that the accuracy with which that burrito was thrown might have had something to do with me channeling some of Marianne's own gifts through the illusion into Rosmo rather than it being a natural gift of Rosmo's own.
You can't give credit to Rosmo. That would be a step too far.
That's a little much.
Yeah, that's valid.
I step on your
The
fat or
coffee
something?
stand. It's always the coffee stand.
I don't remember a coffee stand. That didn't happen.
So you guys hang this man by his hobo bindle bindings on one of those giant like marlin-sized fish hooks, and Marianne walks up and just gives him a not so gentle slap on the face, and there is another flash of green light in her eyes that reflects in this attempted assassin's eyes, and he immediately comes awake and starts struggling against the binds, trying to get at her. At first, he's just yelling incoherently at her, and then locks eyes on the five of you.
Yeah, Iimish will be poking him with the stick that the bindle was attached to, just like, hey,
Taku is going to put a hand, like, kind of in the general vicinity of Rosmo's torso and be like, stay back, Marianne. We don't know what he's capable of.
Yes, please keep me safe.
that wonderful gruff voice.
Can you just roll plus charisma for me real quick, Dean?
Incredible.
7 plus 10.
How the fuck?
I rolled a 4 and a 3. And I have plus 3 to charisma.
He looks at the real Marianne, then looks at Rosmo, then looks at the real Marianne again, and goes, "Can't tell the difference. Which one is really her?"
Listening?
All right, so he is awake. What are you guys doing? What are you asking?
Hi, who hired you to kill Marianne?
Hired?
Why do you want to kill Marianne? You're right. I made some assumptions. Let's dial it back. Why are you trying to kill Marianne?
She can't go back. She's exiled. She's not allowed to go back.
Go back to...
Oh, you guys don't know what she is.
I definitely know who I am.
I'm going to immediately turn to Rosmo, and I'm going to be like, is there something you're not telling us?
Yes.
Oh, no. She's a Fey, I don't know, royalty of some sort. She got exiled, and she doesn't get to go back.
She did already make it here, so... is she really not allowed?
No. Here is fine. She can hang out here all she wants. It's going back to the courts that's the problem. She can't do that. That doesn't get to happen.
We're taking her back to the courts or to an area to the courts?
I don't...
Turns and looks at Rosmo expectantly.
Except for Iimish at this point, who is turning to the real Marianne, because, like, this is too much for him. And he's just like, you've got a way back to the courts? You've got a way back?
Yeah.
You know what? I think we've gotten the key pieces of information out of this conversation, so let's go finish it away from this guy. And Taku's going to try and guide the group away from the fishhook while just leaving the Bindle Buddy hanging from the marlin hook.
You're gonna keep her from going back to the courts, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Come on,
happening.
Marianne, and he ushers Rosmo.
Yeah, they've definitely persuaded me.
So you've got a way back. Is it what is it? Is it path, a portal, a person? What's happening?
More than anything, it's kind of a contract, if that makes sense. Iimish, don't worry about it. I can get a message to her if you want me to.
Wait a minute. You know my Gemma?
I know a lot of people.
Do you know my parents?
And answer in the same way, I know a lot of people.
You know Gemma Clem Hornigold.
Of course. I can get a message to her if you want me to.
What are you charging to... What are you charging for that?
Y'all are escorting me to Creekside so I can get home. That's a courtesy.
Are there a lot of fae folk in Creekside?
No, but a couple notable ones who have something to be able to get me home.
Mm-hmm. Daphne's just gonna kind of walk away for a minute.
When did you leave? When's the last time you saw Gemma Clem?
I mean, I've been gone for a couple 100 years their time, probably a decade or two here.
And you see Iimish like start to wilt a little bit because he doesn't even know if Gemma's still alive or not. So he suddenly had hope, and now it's like, well, you're probably not going to be able to find her. So
now the court's not that big a place, Iimish. You know that. Big as it is, it's still pretty small.
That's true, and I'd be greatly obliged if you tried to find Gemma and send her a message for me, and I'll compose one and give it to you. But somehow I doubt you're going to be able to find her. So, well, I appreciate the thought.
I think I'm being underestimated just a bit here, but don't worry none about that. I can take care of it.
I don't even know if she's still alive.
Yeah, I just need to have a little faith there, Iimish. It'll be fine.
And I think as it cuts back to Iimish, like you just see like hope spring eternal in his eyes, and they start to like well up and water, which is really weird. And before he can get caught like crying, which would not be acceptable, he's just like, I've got to go. I've got to compose a letter, and he just kind of like bolts off to the side somewhere where people can't see him.
Okay. So, does anyone else have a quick interrogation they want to do on my motives, or we good?
I'm not paid to question that.
Daphne's trying to find a ferry back.
Oh.
Daphne is just clip-clopped off, and she's trying to convince some random person to take her back to Keynote.
That's valid.
Are you just miserable here?
Daphne doesn't want to go around other fae because she doesn't want to get caught by her fucking parents. She spent way too long and too much energy getting away.
Do all fae know each other?
It's a small court, and her parents might be well known.
I think Lorelei is gonna check in on Daphne. We've spent some good time together recently, and like Lorelei doesn't want to see her friend sad, so she'll lumber along after Daphne and just watch her and kind of pat her on the back. Hey, Daphne, are you all right there? What's going on?
I'll be real great once I'm off this island.
Well, I mean, we do sort of have to finish the job here.
I mean, you can just take my share, all good. I'm gonna go.
Now Lorelei is deeply alarmed. This is not normal for Daphne. And it's just like, I mean, I don't like being here either, but I also don't feel good about taking your share. And also, you're really useful. Like, there's a lot of reasons for you to stay. Also, we'd miss you. Can you imagine, like, whatever's going on with Iimish is real important to him, clearly.
Which is why I don't want to make him leave. I was just going to go on my own so he can stay.
Do you really think Iimish wouldn't instantly turn tail and look to find you if you just disappeared?
I mean, if he doesn't know I left the island, he might just continue.
That would be the first question if you just, poofed off. And given that I'm the last one to talk to you, that little man will tear me in half if I don't instantly tell him where you're going. And I'm not fixing to die before I get my teeth at least repaired. I need to make a pretty corpse. So, can you stay? I mean, we've got glamorous, I guess. But also, you're kind of a stone cold badass. Like, who's going to be able to, pull one over on you?
You haven't met my parents, but, yeah, we can try. I want to find a really big cloak then. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be miserable.
Trust me, the alternative is more miserable.
More miserable emotionally? More miserable physically?
Yes.
Like, oh, I don't like that. I think just like Lorelei sort of like pats Daphne again and does just kind of lift Tanaya Schwain and is like, between my extremely very good gun, Rosmo's meat shieldiness, Taku's extremely good magic and impeccable wisdom, and Iimish's sheer devotion to you and mighty muscles, I don't think you really have anything to worry about. You know that, right? Like, we'll keep you safe. I'll keep you safe. Always.
I think Daphne will kind of take a deep breath and just try to bring her shoulders down from around her ears back down to normal position. And just like, okay, we can try that. The first sight of anybody I recognize, though, and I am running.
That's fine. You can fall back, and we'll take care of them. In the best way we know how. And for emphasis, Lorelei does kind of just like raise Tanaya Schwain again and just like, come on, like, it's safety in numbers.
Perfect. If you see anybody that looks like me, don't fight, run.
Lorelei will just kind of put an arm around Daphne's shoulders and walk back with her.
Crisis averted.
Yay!
As you two roll back in, like, that's the point where it cuts to Iimish, and he's like, wait, where the fuck did Daphne go? What is she?
That's the first thing Daphne hears.
The party rallies back up. You are on the road leading out from the port district of Gladehaven. Marianne is leading the way at this point, very bright and alert and very sure of herself. She just looks to you guys and says, all right, probably 2.5 days, depending on how fast we move, but I think you all can get me there nice and safe. I think this is going to be fantastic. It's going to be a great trip for all of us.
We need like a horse cart or something, or we just going on our feet.
The horses don't really do it out here. The gator folk tend to get a little aggressive about them. No offense, big man.
There's not like a weird gator horse creature around here, or like a swamp.
What do you think this is? Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, we don't got gator horses.
That sucks. This place sucks. Taku, do something.
Do you have a preferred taxi company?
I bet he just swims everywhere.
Well, now I can't answer the question.
And with the 5 of you and your client standing on the road leading out to Creekside, that is a great place for us to end today's episode.
Excellent. It's so good. Well, I think we'll need to discuss perhaps, I don't know, some ideas about how to get there.
Oh, like one of those like bayou boat things with like the big fan in the back.
The fan boat?
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
exactly how we should do this. Yes,
that'd be
fan
fun.
boat.
That definitely won't put us in the line of fire for any gatorborn looking out for us at all. It's not like they can gang up under the ship or anything. We're perfectly safe.
Well, the other exciting thing about a fan boat is obviously it's not like an electrical fan boat because this is Fantasy Florida and this is where Gatorborn shamans come from. So I'm literally going to be able to just sit there with like my little wind spirit actively blowing the fan for us. Right?
Cute.
Hey everyone, did you know that we've got a website? Come check us out at highendlowwiz.com. We've got player bios, character art, world info, and links to episodes of the show. You can also find us on Tumblr and Instagram at highendlowwizpod. For the geriatric millennials in the audience, you know who you are. You can find us on Facebook at highendlowwizpod as well. Come hang out with us in any one of those places, or all of them if you want to. Please give us a review on your listening platform of choice. Give us as many stars as you think we deserve, or if you're feeling generous, give us a whole lot.
I am the most charismatic one here.
yeah.
How do I always forget that?
You're our anti-bard.
You have a
He's a heckle
plus
bard.
3
Yeah.
charisma?
Yeah, he's the combat bard.
The combard.
Hard that.
No.
I don't like that one. Don't like that one at all. Nope, that's bad.
Nope.
That's a bad one.